Hello and welcome to this week's FloRugby URC recap. Round 6 of the URC ensured that just one team would go into the international break undefeated as Leinster saw off a spirited challenge from the Lions in Dublin in the round's marquee fixture. In truth, whilst the Lions acquitted themselves admirably, Leinster rarely looked challenged as they marched to a 24-6 victory. To the Lions' credit, they were the only team to stop the Blue Machine from scoring a 4-try bonus point, as Leo Cullen's men ended the first block of games with 29 out of a possible 30 log points to sit atop of the table. For the Lions, they will travel home for the November break satisfied with their start of the season, as they now sit in 4th position behind just Leinster and last year's finalists, the Glasgow Warriors and Vodacom Bulls. This leads us to the opening fixtures of the round, which saw the Bulls get back to winning ways with a dramatic last-minute victory over Benetton to keep their unbeaten record in the URC against the Italian side intact. Seemingly heading for a second successive loss, the Bulls struck when it mattered most, with replacement hooker Akker van der Merwe pouncing for one of his trademark maul tries late on in the contest. This score, combined with a pinpoint conversion from David Creel, would deny Benetton any real chance of claiming the victory as time was expiring. For the Italian side, it was a heartbreaking loss as they appeared to be getting back on track with superb wins in recent weeks following their slow start to the season. Instead, they now drop out of the top 8 and sit in 11th position ahead of the international break. Our second Friday fixture would see the other Italian side, Zebre, also lose their match in what was a really bad round for Italian rugby. Despite coming out swinging with fullback Geronimo Priscintelli nailing a perfect long-range drop goal, before moments later winger Ben Cabriani pounced from a clinical crossfield kick to score out their first try of the match. Zebre could not capitalise on this fast start, unfortunately. Instead, the Scarlets would enjoy a purple patch either side of half-time to claim 4 tries of their own, with centre Mags Page scoring the pick of the litter with a truly special solo effort from deep. Claiming the ball from a line-out, Page would burst through the Zebre defence before streaking away from the try. Still just 19 years old, it is becoming oh so clear why those involved with Welsh rugby are buzzing with anticipation of what the young centre could go on to achieve in his professional career. Moving to Saturday, where fans were treated to non-stop action from the off as the reigning champions Glasgow Warriors handed the DHL Stormers a beatdown in front of an incredible crowd at the Danny Craven Stadium in Stellenbosch. Despite starting off fairly equal, the Warriors would grow into the contest and show the clear divide in class between the two sides at the current moment. When Stormers star Damien Willemse departed with a groin injury, which has now ruled him out of the upcoming UK tour for the Springboks, things would only go from bad to worse for the home side. Stealing the show for the Warriors was the newly crowned Scottish captain Sione Tuipulotu, who continued to push his case as the best inside centre in World Rugby in 2024. From Cape Town to Durban, where the Sharks continued their winning ways with a dominant victory over Munster, scoring inside the opening couple of minutes as scrum half Grant Willemse exposed a gap in the Munster defence where the pillars around the ruck weren't set before racing away and setting up fullback Afileli Fassi for the try. The writing was on the wall for the Munster men, who continued to look out of sorts amidst a major injury crisis. To their credit, the Season 2 champions would secure a 4-try bonus point, which will be scant consolation overall following what was a very disappointing tour. Adding to the Munster woes now is the news that head coach Graham Rowntree has confirmed that he will be departing the side via mutual consent with the club. This is a big blow given that Rowntree was the first coach to land some silverware with Munster in 12 years and has had speculation going rife online today. Let us know why you think Rowntree left, whether it was due to performance or whether there was more at work in the comments below. In our third clash of Saturday, the Ospreys shocked Edinburgh on the road to secure a much needed win. Spearheading this performance was the Ospreys' truly world-class back row trio of Jack Morgan, Justin Tipperick and Morgan Morris, who were all superb throughout the contest, whilst Welsh captain Dowie Lake had another monster showing at the hooker position. Closing out the weekend's action were 2 late window games which pitted Irish sides against Welsh teams, starting with Connacht, who moved up to 5th position on the table with a professional and clinical display against the Dragons, Once again to the fore for Connacht was utility back Cathal Ford, who continues to press his case for international recognition, whilst returning scrum halves Caelan Blade and Matthew Devine proved it is not just Ben Murphy who scored tries for Connacht, as they each dotted down for well-taken efforts of their own. Across the Irish Sea in Cardiff, things weren't so straightforward in a match that was a true tale of two halves, as Ulster raced into a 19-0 lead at half-time, only to then see the world crumble around them as a feverish Cardiff shredded them for 3 tries of their own to claim a brilliant 21-19 victory in front of a rampant crowd at the Cardiff Arms Park. For Ulster, centre Jude Postlethwaite was magnificent with 2 tries in the first half, whilst back row Cormac Izuchukwu showed his power to get one of his own. In the end, however, the biggest star on the day was Cardiff's Ian Stevens, who scored a spectacular try to spark his team's fight back. This result saw Ulster drop down to 7th place on the table when they could have been as high as 3rd heading into the international break. In stark contrast, Cardiff have risen up the ranks and now sit in 8th position, just 1 place behind Ulster. We hope you enjoyed this quick recap of the action, and for all of your URC and top 14 needs, check out FloRugby's subscription packages. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, leave us a comment and hit the subscribe. And again, let us know your thoughts on Munster's new developing news around their head coach position.